I would like to begin by accepting the suggested committee amendments noted in the analysis as author amendments, and thank you and your committee so much and your committee staff so much for their hand and work on this important legislation. I really, truly appreciate it. Members, the January 2025 fires in Los Angeles County destroyed over 18,000 structures and forced the evacuation of over 150,000 people. Hold up. Just 1 minute, committee members. See, I got your attention. Copper lines phones, these old phones, hello. Hi. These copper line phones did not save one life or one structure. No copper landline customers were able to receive a single emergency evacuation text alert as the fires raced towards them. No copper landline customer whose home or business burned down or who were evacuated by fires were able to use that technology to connect with family members, neighbors, their insurance provider, or necessary emergency services. None. Copper landline phones have served the public for generations, but no longer meet the modern telecommunication needs of the 40 million people that call California home. Just as telecommunication needs are evolving, it is time for our telecommunication laws to evolve. AB 470 creates a framework to protect not well-served areas of the state, while facilitating investments in modern telecommunications to ensure that 99.9% of all Californian households will continue to be able to make affordable, reliable telephone calls and connect with emergency services when they need it. AB 470 puts consumers first by guaranteeing that no household will lose access to telephone service and that no populated area in California will be granted carrier of last resort or COLA relief unless the California Public Utilities Commission can certify that an area has at least three comparable priced alternative phone services, one of which must be a landline and meets a minimum connectivity standard. AB 470 puts public safety first by requiring additional private sector investments to help modernize our first responder network to keep Californians connected in their time of need. AB 470 put California's future first by requiring telecommunication providers to make investments in the next generation of telecommunications technology across the state instead of having to spend millions of dollars annually to maintain an obsolete technology that prevents us from being globally competitive. AB 470 also includes a robust public challenge process to ensure that every populated area of the state will continue to have access to affordable, reliable phone service. Members, customer demand is driving this technology evolution, with less than 5% of Californians still using copper landlines and most residents using either a wireless phone services or a fiber-based VoIP phone service for their telecommunications needs. Before I close, I would like to briefly address a few concerns raised during this process. First, I appreciate the concerns of Cal Broadband, and I am committed to working on their concerns moving forward. I am also disappointed to see my labor sisters and brothers from CWA opposing the bill today. Be clear, I am and will always be a labor champion. I will always fight for workers, which is why I personally met with CWA leadership in my office several weeks ago and requested their input on how to protect the current and future workforce impacted by changes to COLA. CWA ignored my request until their lobbyists met with my staff late last week and informed my office that they intentionally did not request any amendments and then turned around and opposed AB 470, claiming that the bill does not have enough worker protection. Again, I am a worker champion and I will always be a worker champion. So I am still open to meet with CWA and work on these issues. AB 470 is an opportunity to bring business and labor together to modernize California's telecommunication infrastructure, and CWA's opposition claims. My door remains open again, and I am here to meet with them. Members, AB 470 will change telecommunications in California, and it will change it for the better. A more connected, globally competitive economy is needed now more than ever in California. Let us not be limited by a reliance on obsolete technology. Hello? Of the past. Let us look to the future and build a future that will keep all Californians connected.